right from basic 4, we start to learn fractions, right? And there's a typical example. So 1/2 plus 1/3. This is our LCM, which is 6. This denominator right here, 2. Divide 6, the LCM 3 times. 3 times 1 is 3. Then 3 here, divide 6 2 times. 2 times 1 is 2. Adding the numerators will give us 5. So at the end, we are going to conclude that 1/2 plus 1/3 is equal to 5/6, right? Good. So if the summation of this got me this, then I wouldn't be wrong if I say 5/6 is the same as 1/2 plus 1/3, right? Great. So when we are splitting a single fraction into components or into parts, we call these parts or these pieces partial fractions. So basically, a partial fraction or partial fractions are just the components of a fraction that will add up to give us the unit fraction or the single fraction. Okay, let's look at this example. So we are to resolve this unit fraction, that is 2x minus 3 all divided by x squared minus 1. This is a fraction. We are to resolve it into partial fractions. So we are to break this fraction down into parts, into its components. And this is what we do. So let's look at the solution. So this is what we are to resolve, right? If we watch the denominator carefully, this is difference of 2 squares. This is difference of 2 squares. Yes, you can make an argument that you cannot see any square over here. But be it here or not, you will still get 1. If you place 2 over here, if you make this 1 squared will still give you 1. So there's no need for that. But this is the difference of 2 squared. And this is how we factorize difference of 2 squares. So x squared minus 1 can be written as x minus 1, then s plus 1. So we are going to resolve this. We watch the denominator, we have 2 linear factors. So we are going to break the linear factors into 2. So that will give us a over 1 of the linear factors, which is x minus 1, then plus b over the second factor. Okay. Now the next thing to do is to multiply through by the LCM, which is x minus 1, s plus 1. So multiplying both sides by the LCM, which is x minus 1, s plus 1, this is what we are going to have. So I'm multiplying this with the LCM, which is x minus 1, s plus 1. And I am also multiplying this with the LCM, which is x minus 1, s plus 1. And finally, I am multiplying this term 2 with the LCM, which is x minus 1, s plus 1. Look at what happened. This s minus 1, s plus 1 here will cancel this. Then when I get here, this denominator, which is s minus 1, will get rid of the s minus 1. And here, the denominator, which is s plus 1, get rid of the s plus 1. So finally, this is what I'll be left with. At the left side, I will be left with only 2x minus 3. Then at the right side, I will have a multiplying this bracket, which is x plus 1. Then I'll have b multiplying x minus 1 here. Okay. Now, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to let s to be positive 1. And I am making s being positive 1 because I want to get rid of b. If s is positive 1, 1 minus 1 will give me 0. 0 times b will get rid of b. So I am intentionally letting s. So when s is equal to 1, at the left side, I'm going to get 2 times 1, which is here, then minus a 3. Then at the right side, I'm going to have a multiplying. I'm replacing the s with 1. So 1 plus 1. But here, I'm going to have 1 minus 1, which will give me 0. Alright? Now 2 times 1 is 2, then minus 3. Then here, 1 plus 1 is 2, so 2 times a is 2a. 1 minus 1 is 0. 0 times b is 0, sorry. So negative 1 is equal to 2a. Dividing both sides by 2, I will get my a to be negative 1 over 2. Alright? Then I am also letting s to be negative 1. And I am doing this intentionally to get rid of a. If s is negative 1, watch. Negative 1 plus 1 will give me 0, right? So I want to get rid of a since I know a already. So the left side will be 2 multiplying negative 1 because anywhere I see s, I need to replace it in negative 1. So 2 times negative 1 minus 3 is equal to a. Then I have negative 1 plus 1, then plus b, negative 1 minus 1. Then at the left side, I'm going to get negative 2 minus 3. Then here, like I said before, negative 1 plus 1 give me 0. Then negative 1 minus 1 is negative 2. This one, negative 2 minus 3 gives me negative 5. Then this will be 0. Negative 2 times b will give me negative 2b. Dividing both sides by negative 2, my b will be 5 over 2. So in order to resolve this fraction into partial, I only need to replace the a and the b with the solutions that I got. So therefore, I would say 2x minus 3 divided by x squared minus 1 is equal to, my a was negative 1 over 2, right? So that would be negative 1 over 2 multiplying one of the factors, which is x minus 1, then plus the b. I got 5 over 2. So 5 over 2 multiplying x plus 1. That is how we resolve fractions into partial fractions. Is that all right? Thank you.